Hello, everybody. How are you tonight? This is Uncle Bruce with Juvenile. How are you doing, Juvenile?
I'm fine, Bruce. It's a pleasure to be here again. Hi, everybody.
So today we're going to talk about gambling and addiction to gambling. And so I'll share my screen with you to show you the article that we started reviewing and understanding. Here is the article here. The UK to make gambling industry pay 125 million, it says dollars, but I think it meant pounds, towards addiction care.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's 125 million pounds.
Yeah.
The article here, I don't know, it's probably in there somewhere. But I think they're talking about pounds because this is in the UK. So this is I think it's called William Hill is the betting place, and it's right next to a fish and chips.
Yes.
Fish and chips. I like fish and chips, man.
I love it.
So I remember
I love it.
one of the first places I ate in England when I went to England to visit. So it was good. It was good food.
Yes. And in the last company I worked for, I had the chance to went to London a couple of times. And for me, it was obligatory to eat fish and chips.
Yes.
Because, yeah, it's delicious. It's delicious.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed my time in England, and I had fish and chips. I think it's part of the experience of going to England because it's a dish.
Yeah.
It's like hamburgers here, and in the United States, they like their fish and chips. So anyway, let's get into the article. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's just I had not the chance to have the whole experience to eat fish and chips and went to a stadium to see a football game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because it's part of the show, to watch a football match and eat fish and chips at stadium.
Which game did you watch? Do you remember the teams?
Actually, I am a big fan of Liverpool. Yeah,
like the Beatles, huh?
Yeah. So I went there a couple of times, but I had not the chance to go to a stadium and see, any kind of game.
Okay.
Despite of in London has a lot of teams there.
Yes, they do.
More
just like Sao Paulo.
Yeah, 5 or 6 big teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a smaller country too.
Exactly. But so it's very interesting to see the number of football clubs there.
Well, I guess some people like to gamble on the game results, huh? And that's become a big thing here in Brazil with gambling on the games. And of course, there's already been some corruption cases where the team players were involved in making sure that the score was in favor of somebody. Okay, that was betting probably millions of reais. So it's already been found in Brazil that there's corruption even with the players. What a mess.
Exactly. I read an article about, an Italian football player who was gambling a lot and lost a lot of money. And in Italy, in despite of he is a celebrity because Italians love football. But the owners of this gambling house promised to break his legs if he doesn't pay the debt.
Wow.
Yeah. I read this, I think, last week, a couple of days ago.
Okay.
And for me, it's weird.
It's like the mafia, like the mob.
Exactly. exactly.
If you're going to gamble, you have to make sure that you cover your bet.
Exactly. Exactly.
Give them your house, give them your heart, whatever you have to give them.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
I thought this kind of a situation was only it happened it happens only in Hollywood movies.
no,
But
it's for real.
but it's true.
Yes. So in the article, it talks about the gambling industry giving money towards addiction care. That if you're going to have your system where you're gaining a lot of money from the people who are playing in your system, you need to understand that some people are addicted, just like they can be addicted to drugs, alcohol, And so the government basically is saying, hey, Mr. Gambling House, you need to give a percentage of your money to the institutions for health and care for the public to receive some care for their addictions towards gambling with you. So
exactly.
This is where the government is stepping in and trying to resolve this situation and saying, hey, Mr. Gambling Company, you need to give money. And the health institution is saying, hey, great, because now they're going to increase almost, I think, more than double the number of institutions that are available to help people with addictions for gambling. I think it's going to go a lot. I'll see if I can find the number. I saw it when I was reading the article. It said they're going to increase to, I think, 15 different places where people can go and receive treatment, whereas I think they had 8, and now it's going to increase to 15. So that's a big increase. Big increase.
Exactly. And it is sad, in despite of course, there are a lot of people that, is in favor of this. But, in my youth years, I had some friends who their father lost, almost everything.
That's
house,
sad, man.
car, and other stuff because of to gambling in a poker table.
Yeah,
it's quite serious. Serious.
Yeah, I read another part as I was doing more research about Brazil, and that poker is legal in Brazil. Poker is legal because there's some type of skill in the game that you have to do. It's not only chance; it's also you doing your calculations with the cards, the numbers, and all these things. And so gambling with poker is legal.
Yeah. It became a kind of sport, if I'm not wrong. For me, it's quite weird because sport, gambling.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Well, it's big on the American television. In some of the television cable networks, they have gambling, high level money in Las Vegas, in Atlantic City, in New Jersey. They have different gambling houses, and they make a lot of money, and they also pay a lot of money to the winners.
I don't know in USA how it works, but here in Brazil, there are a lot of people, celebrities, actually, that is doing a lot of advertisements
on the television.
Yeah, like Neymar, Ronaldo, and other guys that the people in general believe on them.
Yes.
And for me, it is the evil side of this, because not only adults, but think on teenagers, for example, that has a credit card.
Some of them do, yes.
Yeah, And think on this situation, like I said, the owners of a gambling house, you know, how can I say, threatening somebody if they don't, you know, close the debts or pay the debts.
You know, they always ask, you know, are you 18 years or older? They always ask. But of course, a boy that's 16 years old who wants to gamble, yes, I'm 18. What's up, dude? Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's play. Here's my credit card. So, you know, it's a big problem across the countries. Now, it's a big problem in the UK, and the UK is doing something about it. I don't think that there's anything being done in this area of mental health. You know, we're talking about addiction in Brazil. I know that I go to a group, a counseling group for anger management. They also have other things. And gambling, I don't know if we have a group for gambling, because gambling's not that big in Brazil, but it is. It's kind of like not talked about. You know, it exists, but people don't talk about, oh, did you go gambling last night? Yeah, man, I won $1 million. People don't talk about it much, you know? They don't.
Yeah.
So it exists, but it's not a big problem like others. But I think with the online gambling, it's going to become a big problem in the next year or so, because it's been in the system on the internet for about a year, I think. The online gambling for Brazilians. It's fairly new. It's not that old. And like you said, you've seen the celebrities, Neymar and others, that have advertised for the companies, say, yeah, man, come on, bet your money, bet your money. You know, let's bet on the Sao Paulo and Corinthians teams. You know, let's see who's going to win. And I think the Corinthians is going to lose because I'm Sao Paulinho. You know, so I mean, you know, these problems exist with gambling in Brazil too, even though it's not like I did see in Brazil you could go to the horse races and bet too. In the horse races.
Yeah.
Like in Sao Paulo, they have the jockey club.
Yes.
And you can go there and you can wager, you can bet your money. You can also bet online. You could go to the poker house and bet money. So there are many ways to use it, but many people go to the jockey club is just expensive to park your car. Okay. So just to park your car, you got to pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
All the food inside the jockey club, a lot of money. So a lot of people don't go there because it's just expensive just to be there. And so the online thing is very nice. I'm in my home, I'm in my office, and my computer. Okay, use my credit card. I'm going to bet 50 reais and then another 100 reais. You know, it's like, wow, man. Did you ever bet money in a casino?
No, I don't like it.
Well, I did. And I was in Las Vegas. I bet money in Las Vegas. And one night, I spent $200. How much is that? It's 1,000 reais. And like, bam! In about 5 minutes, my money was gone, man. It was gone. Because it was the slot machine. You say, okay, here's my credit card. Okay, I want this much credit. And then, oh, that didn't work. Okay, try it again. So I lost $200 like that. At that time, I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going to do this ever again. It's stupid, man. But I have a brother. He loves to gamble. He wins. I don't know how, but he wins. Him and his wife, they go to the casino because casinos have become very prevalent in the United States because the Indian reservations have the ability to govern themselves on the Indian reservation. So the Indian Council, they say, okay, we're going to have a casino or 2 or 3 casinos. Okay, people, come on, you can come to our casinos. There's no restriction. And so the Indian government, is controlling casinos, receiving the money, and people go. Well, my brother goes, my sister goes. A lot of my family go to the casinos at the Indian reservations because Las Vegas is open. That's totally open in Nevada. The state of Nevada says you can have a casino. Prostitution's totally legal, okay? And then in Atlantic City, they have casinos too. But across the United States, they were not very prevalent until the Indian reservations said, hey, we are self-governing. We will have a casino on our land. And they did. And the United States government didn't say they couldn't. So, boom, you got so many casinos now in all the Indian reservations, because there are many Indian reservations in the United States.
Yes.
So I did. I went to Nevada.
Crazy stuff. I didn't like it. I don't like it, to be honest.
I hate losing money, man. I hate losing money.
Yeah. I went once to Las Vegas, but I I was there on work, which is very difficult to believe.
No,
but
Las Vegas is a big convention center. Lots of conventions for many industries go to Las Vegas because they have good prices. To use the space, it's very low price, I think. And for the food, they make it very appetizing to go as a company. Go to Las Vegas, you don't need to spend a lot of money, and your people will have a lot of fun at the casinos. So it's a big enticing location for companies, corporations to go.
Yeah. But man, for me it was very, very strange to see, old people and gambling, losing their money.
My grandmother went gambling.
Smoking a lot.
Yeah, smoking and drinking, and they give you free drinks.
Yeah.
They give you free alcoholic drinks, free at the machines. My grandma would go and spend money at the casino. She would spend 1 penny, and then another penny, and another penny. That was her thing. She spent like $1, but 100 times. Here's 1 penny, 1 penny. So I don't think those machines exist anymore. I don't know. They might, but that was a penny machine. Grandma used to do that one.
Yeah. So, man, for me, it was very, very weird to see this. And for me, it was very interesting to see homeless people in the streets, a lot of them, and I didn't like the experience, to be honest. Okay, I know that it's a big entertainment for people. It's a big city for this, but it's not my kind of entertainment for me.
Yeah. Well, it can be addictive, because that's what happened with me with my $200. I was playing quarters. So I play, I think, 4 or 8 quarters at a time. Okay. And with the little machine, the slot machine. So, and I just used my credit card. So you don't have to keep putting coins inside the machine. No, it's automatic with just numbers. And so it made it very easy. Okay, you go again, go again, go again, go again. And if you don't win, it's like, oh, the next time I'm going to win. Okay, try again. Okay, so it's addictive. And it's just like a drug. Gambling can be a drug.
Sure. So that's the reason I agree with UK regulators about this. I think it happens with tobacco industry in Brazil. I think this is the same, So, for example, here in Brazil, I think this is the only good stuff, The advertisements on television about alcohol was prohibited a couple years or a decade ago, and for me, for example, I don't miss. It's something.
Well, they do have advertisement for beer. For beer, they do have advertisement in Brazil.
Oh yeah.
Skol, Brahma. I think it's on TV, or maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. I think I see only like with the games. They have the games. They have Brahma and Skol. They're big advertisements.
Yeah, I don't remember because I'm not used to see the open television, the only paid
Okay.
channels,
Okay.
and the only thing I see is Heineken advertisings
Oh, that's
on
beer.
UEFA, the football organization in Europe.
Okay.
The championship of
Champions League.
Champions League, yeah. But so I agree because there is huge damage on society on the table. So it's necessary to have somebody in charge of this, with the bonus and the onus and the
Responsibility.
the responsibility of this. Not
Yeah.
only earning money because there is a lot of money in place.
Yes. Well, see,
It's a big industry.
the teams make a lot of money because of the stadiums and the people coming to the stadiums, all the food, all the things that are bought inside the stadium. There's money for the teams. Okay. And then the advertising of the game on TV, there's money there with the advertisements there. So the teams make a lot of money. Okay. With the actually with everything. So the idea is that if they make money with the beer industry, the wine industry, alcohol industry, cigarette industry, then they should be paying money back to society to help people with those addictions for those substances.
Yes.
And that's what the UK is saying. Yeah, you're affecting a lot of people in a negative way. They're using their money, they're losing their money, and it's not right. There are families involved, and the families suffer because of the addiction that the guys have or the women have to do what you are offering them to do. Yes, it's a free society, but everything has a limitation. Everything has a limitation. And so the government, Big Brother, needs to watch over society and make sure that society is cared for and it's not being abused, because we are weak. Humans are weak. We can be manipulated.
Yes.
That's what everybody understands. The psychologists understand, psychoanalysts, they understand that humans can be easily manipulated with excellent marketing and advertising. I can make you, I can make you buy ice in Alaska. Okay?
Yeah.
I can sell ice to, we say there's an expression, I can sell ice to Eskimos because I'm a fantastic salesperson. And Eskimos don't need ice. Come on, man. But I can make
or even a fridge to Eskimos.
Yes. So there's a reason for government to have oversight of what's going on within the commerce industry, because in commerce there's a lot of psychological manipulation. That's how we sell, is we make people want to buy. Okay, sex sells, fear sells. There are many little trigger points in our psyche that cause us to say, hey, I need this, or I don't want that. So there are many triggering effects in marketing that can cause the public to want or not want something. And so that's why the government has to have some type of oversight, because we are weak in our thinking. We are weak.
For sure.
Not always, but many times we fall for things that we really don't want, we really don't need, but it's like, yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Let me go spend some money today with betting online for the Sao Paulo game, Maybe I'll make $1 million.
Yeah.
That was what I read in the articles about this problem with, the healthcare system saying, hey, government, we need money to help us to combat what's happening with the gambling industry. People are going crazy, losing houses, losing cars, losing their shirt on their back. Okay, because the mafia comes in and says, hey, dude, you said you were going to pay us this money. Now you give us everything you got to cover that cost, even the shirt on your back. and you go out in the street naked. I don't care, but you're not going to keep your money anymore. It's ours. It's our money.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And despite
that,
of that, yeah, there is another industry that is very big here in Brazil, which is controlled by Caixa Econômica Federal, the lotteries.
yes,
The
lottery
lotteries
in Brazil.
is another type of gambling, because at the end of the day, it's gambling as well.
Yes.
You know,
What
but
about bingo?
it's
Bingo in the
formal.
churches.
Yeah.
They have bingo. But that's not really a gambling. I mean, you pay R$5, you get a card. It's like you're not going to make much money.
But we had this kind of houses in Brazil. It's similar to casinos in USA, but here we used to call bingo, which were houses to gambling. But in a short time, the government, banned this from the society.
Yes, I know that historically speaking, in 1941, the president at that time, his wife convinced the president, her husband, to stop gambling because of her convictions, her religious convictions. So he said, yeah, I guess you're right, baby. We need to stop this because many people are suffering. So he did. He said, nothing. Okay. But then they opened up the gambling with the lottery. Okay. That became a possibility for Brazilians. And now with the betting online, the poker is still available. So gambling is still there. It's not like in other places, but the online gambling can be everywhere. And you have friends who are in clubs. Yeah, man, let's go. Let's bet. Let's get in this club and let's do something together. Say they have betting clubs, with online betting. Then you get friends, and it becomes just like any other game online.
Yeah, but in Brazil nowadays we have a project of law transiting in the Congress to approve this or to regulate this online bet.
Yeah.
The point is the amount of money that the government will bite from these guys, Yeah. And as I've said, there is a lot of money in place.
Well, I just did another little question, about when you're doing research in Google or any online search engine. It says, how many people bet in Brazil? It says, according to the results of the TGM sports betting survey conducted in Brazil in October 2022, 46.14%, that's half the population, was involved in sports betting activities within the last year.
Oh.
Now, that is crazy. I did not know that.
A lot of people.
I just saw that. It's like 46.14%. Half of the, 50%. And it's probably with the demographic society breakout of adults between this age and this age, that's what they're talking about. The people that have the ability to bet, because you can't bet as a child, you can't bet as a teenager, but you can bet as an adult. So there's probably some limitations, but still 46% of that population bet during the last 12 months. It's like, well, man, it's getting bigger and bigger.
A lot of people.
Yes. So there's a reason to talk about this. We need to consider this, that Brazilian government needs to step in and do something about it. Like you said, there is some legislation in process about controlling this, and I think it's necessary.
For sure.
So, guys, we've come to the end of our moment for this day. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you again, Juvenal, for bringing this topic. It's worthy of communicating about this to understand. So thank you. Thank you all for listening. And we look forward to helping you guys out with some more interesting conversation in the next round. So see you guys later. Uncle Bruce out.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, everybody. See you next time.
All right, Juvenal. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.